Hello and welcome to round number 3 of the Apex and Chill Racing League on GT7. This weekend we are at Dragon Trail, where we have race 1 and race 2, and in today's video we are going to be reviewing the highlights of race number 1. If you want to go and watch the full evening's racing, you can find it on our YouTube channel, where Zabby commentated on the full live stream, including qualifying race 1 and race number 2. But for today, we're going to focus just purely on race number 1. And it's going to be race highlights. So we're going to show you all of the best bits of the racing, accompanied with Zabby on comms. If you've not already, please do like and subscribe on YouTube, because we have weekly content that we upload from all of our league races. Plus, we always have 2 live streams going every Sunday evening at 8 PM GMT. And you can come along and watch either POV views from 1 or 2 of the drivers, and or Zabby's commentary stream as well, which is always fun and is always full of surprises. Before we go into the race highlights today, we'll quickly go through the driver standings after round 2. New point system this season is proving very, very popular amongst all the drivers. There is very, very little difference between the positions. Ryan had an absolutely fantastic weekend in round number 2 at Montreal. He won both races, and he is leading the way with a 12-point gap to RLD Racing. Planty over in 3rd position in the table this season. Obviously, he's our champion from last season, and he's still only 13 points behind the lead going into round 3. Pally, runner-up in last season, down there in 4th again. You know, he's not very far behind the lead at all with 18 points. One Para Wood, he's got off to a cracking start this season. He's definitely up there. Seems to be scoring higher than what he was at this point last season. 23 points behind. And then Numpty Ned down there in 6th. Again, much improved, more consistent driving from him this season, as we saw at the end of last season, down there on 44 points. And then from there, you've got Smoke down in 7th, Lissandro in 8th, Coro Wolf in 9th, which is fantastic for him. Platinum Parody down in 10th. Crazy Racer, new driver to the season, down in 11th. And then Monty, Kane, Nitu and Paige round up the bottom part of the table. So qualifying has already taken place for today's race, which we will move into very, very shortly. But for now, I will pass you over to Zabby, who will be looking after the race commentary for you on this video.
We're ready to go racing here at Dragon Trail Seaside, round 3. Ryan Cooper on pole with Plenty in P2. It's going to be a decent start for Ryan Cooper. He already covers up Plenty in P2, and meanwhile Lisandro's got an absolute brilliant start as well. He already jumps up Plenty heading towards turn 1, and the opportunity is gone. Boy, he's going to be on. Meanwhile, right at the back, Plenty, RLD and Nitu are going to be fighting each other side by side. This is all going to be happening heading towards turn 2, and the opportunity is going to be on. Meanwhile, Nitu and Plenty are going will to will, as Nitu doesn't want to leave Plenty at all. Meanwhile, right behind is RLD and Smoke, who'd be fighting each other off as well. Right now, rather try and do what they can do right now. One Parawood hits the wall, and that mistake is going to be compromising him, with C. Jones moving forward and taking that position with both his hands. So will be Wolf Club taking that as well. Meanwhile, Wolf Club and One Parawood are going to be side by side fighting each other off on the main straight. Who's it going to be though to get a better speed of one another? Who's the better car in that straight line? Looks like Wolf Club is the one, but RLD, One Parawood might just switch up his car's position, which he doesn't do that about now. Just about now. Meanwhile, Craze right behind in P11 as well. Meanwhile, Numpty has joined up about just about now. There's yellow flags as Lisandro has been overtaken by Plenty nearly loses it on the grass. Meanwhile, RLD will try and come back at him. He doesn't, but Lisandro will not wait at all by the looks of it. He is going for it. He's trying to go look for the opportunity and go for it here. Meanwhile, now RLD wants to go for it, and he will eventually go for it and take the place up ahead of Lisandro, because you know that he wants it, and he needs to take it. He knows that he needs to take it, but what about this one now? Now again, there will be will to will. Later on the brakes goes Lisandro. Will he outbrake himself? He might just outbrake himself. He's going to go around a little bit himself wide. They're all going to be 3 wide here. Ooh, that is going to be interesting to see, hopefully. All right, that is it. So, thanks for all the information. Might have had to look at the comments. Hopefully Wolf, as will Wolf leave him out though? That's not the that doesn't seem to be the case here, or maybe it is, as Page gets past Wolf, and Wolf will not be letting him take the position though, because definitely he's coming back at him, and he's going to come back at him to really give himself the chance. Meanwhile, Wolf, Crazy P10 is going to be on the way to try and have a go at Wolf as well. Craze definitely looking to fight for those positions at this point in time. They'll all be side by side, wheel to wheel between the two. Meanwhile, somebody has spun out at the front of the field, and it is Nitu. He has made a mistake, and he's spun out at the front of the field. It's going to be free position for C-Tones. Meanwhile, GT in P5 with Lisandro in P4, RLD in P3. Meanwhile, the top two, 1.2 seconds. Plenty and Ryan Cooper might be on the way for a fight soon. Before they were fighting, meanwhile these guys are going to be fighting, and Lisandro has to back out a little, but he doesn't need to worry about it anymore, as super wide goes RLD, and that'll easily allow Lisandro to get past him, or maybe Lisandro didn't back out of it and RLD braked absolutely later than him, which we wouldn't have realized because of how early Lisandro braked, or at least RLD didn't want to brake, and he definitely outbraked himself going wide, and that allowed Lisandro to get past him and overtake him. Eye on the mini-map though, anytime I see the top two, they are pretty close, but I don't think they're close enough for an overtake just yet, just like these two guys are with Smoke and Womper Wood. An overtake could be on the way, and if it is, we'll be catching them up in 4K. Or are they about to show us something? Not yet. I don't think so. They might have backed out a little. Meanwhile, Numpty has managed to come. Yes, we were correct on everything, on how these two are not closer to each other so far. Obviously, the gap turned down, but definitely the pressure. Oh, that commentator's curse almost gonna hit him there, Ryan Cooper. I didn't even say it. I was about to say that we're talking about pressure on Ryan. That's rather Ryan putting up pressure on Plenty, and that is gonna be true. And by the moment we just talk about that, we see, look about the commentator's curse on one driver, the other one shows up, and he's gonna be heading towards the wall. Recovers it pretty decently, still in P3. But that will allow Lisandro to take second place and jump up ahead. Plenty just manages to be in P3 with RLD in P4 and P5 for GT. It all could be on the way now, and so definitely this mistake, huge mistake from Plenty, will make it absolutely easy for Ryan Cooper now, considering his teammates over 7.2 seconds behind now. So this could all be happening, and the Mystique and the positions could be there for him. They're going to be wheel to wheel. There's a yellow flag somewhere on the track, but these two are going to be side by side as GT just gets past, and the position will be taken over from RLD as GT gets past him. GT might be on the way as Ryan Cooper! That would have been Ryan Cooper. We didn't just realize that. We were talking about mistakes. We saw yellow flag. We're like, okay, we're going to see some action out on track. And now Ryan's lost it. It is all happening here at Dragon Trail. It's almost like Plenty will say, who's laughing now? Moment with Lisandro going into the lead, and Plenty now has all the chances to attack him. Meanwhile, Ryan Cooper is being attacked by GT from behind, along with RLD. It is all here. Ryan Cooper from jumping from the lead of the race, making a mistake to P3, and he's dropped down to even P4 at this point. If he is to pull away, he needs to overtake GT as soon as possible, and he could be on the way to do that. He will be doing that, and GT has slowed down. Not sure why is that the case. Maybe is to let somebody get past him, but I wonder why would that be the case. Meanwhile, GT and Smoke are going to be fighting each other here as GT goes a little bit wide almost. And somebody's going to be in the pits, and that will be RLD out into the pits to be our first driver into the pit lane to get themselves a new set of tyres. Meanwhile, C. Jones and Page are going to be fighting each other off for P4, as C. Jones will be round the outside. Page, yes indeed, will be down the inside, and now that exact moment we've seen drivers make contact, as now C. Jones and Page again will be side by side. C. Jones just will get a better exit and cope up to it as they'll overtake and get the job done for this one. So slid on the exit of the corner there. It's going to be an opportunity for Page to defend his position. Will he be able to defend his position so far? By the moment, looks of it, he just does enough to defend it and keep it up to himself for the moment. Not sure how long though, but he will be able to do that, at least for now, by the looks of it. So he will be doing that eventually, as Craze is in P6, GT right behind them in P7. Meanwhile, top of the drivers have pitted are definitely not, not closer to one another right about now. Definitely as soon as the grid needs a bit of a time to merge with each other, pretty much, after the pit stops happen and everything needs to settle down. Plenty has pitted. RLD in P9. I believe RLD pitted pretty early on in this race, but only a couple of laps early, so definitely these two are going to be fighting for net race lead, as Lisandro is now into the pit lane. Will GT following Craze as well? Yes, they will follow in, and GT just all about jumps Craze into the pit lane. Race lead of this one is on, as heading towards turn one. They're going to be side by side. Both of them will be almost wheel to wheel. It's the bravery of RLD, or it is going to be the experience of Plenty, and it might just be the bravery of RLD. Oh, they're going to make contact. They're going to be making contact not once but twice there. They're still going to be wheel to wheel. Who's going to be heading braver into the right-hander? They'll both be there. RLD's pushed a little bit wide, comes back on the track. They make contact once more. They do not. RLD goes absolutely wide and loses time on the exit of the gravel. And this is a circuit, it is almost a punishable one. You can't there's certain corners, sure there's space to go side by side, but even if you get a little bit of a tap from the other car, it could go against you. And now 1 second about just behind is Ryan Cooper of RLD. For he doesn't even want to be looking up for a move right now, because RLD and Plenty are going side by side. He just wants to wait for an opportunity. He's right at the back of Plenty here, and a possible opportunity for an overtake will be on the way. RLD goes for it, so does Ryan Cooper. They nearly make contact, and Plenty's going to be losing out positions as Ryan Cooper just manages to jump up ahead of Plenty in P2. RLD, the man who won both races in round one, has all the compound against himself to take it all here and to register their third win of the season. Meanwhile, Ryan Cooper, who is in P2, who's won last two races in last round, both races in last round, and scored 100 points as well. He'll be looking to make it 3 races in a row. It is all to play for. Plenty, who hasn't won this season so far, or in fact anybody behind the top two, whoever manages to win will be on him. There still will be wheel to wheel. He pushes Rang a little bit wide. RLD will have the inside line. He keeps it there. Rang goes a little bit wide, but still will be keeping it on track and in all control of himself. and about in P2, and definitely RLD is looking for those moves and improvements. He's went defensive on the inside line already, way before the braking zone of this right-hander, and you know the mind games and everything has started when the top on the when everybody's moving around. Meanwhile, C Jones is behind these guys. I think he's going to be trying to go in the battle of the top three, but if not, his best opportunity will be to just sit behind, watch the battle, and any moment he sees that there's a chance for him to overtake, and he will, then he can overtake. Meanwhile, Plenty gets the overtake done on RLD, on Ryan Cooper. Meanwhile, C-Jones has got the overtake done on Ryan Cooper as well, on the inside line into the final corner. He gets the job done, and the overtake is done for C. Jones, who jumps up to podium places here in race 1. Ryan Cooper might look back on this one as we're in lap 14 out of 16 now. Only 2 laps remain after this one. 3 laps including this one, so now not a lot remains. And everything that is, sorry if there is any battle at the back of the field, but we're looking at the top, and this battle for the race lead is on. Still it's on, 9/10 between the top 2, but never say never. Plenty is in P2 now, with C. Jones in P3, who could potentially challenge him. He could potentially challenge him, just like he challenged Ryan Cooper. He could just almost just challenge as soon as we're at the end of it. Meanwhile, even before we are at the end of it, there might be an opportunity for Ryan Cooper to take. There might be an opportunity for him to get in this one as we see down. Oh, then a little bit, almost on the exit of the final corner there. He was sliding all the way, and all around he was sliding. Was it Ryan Cooper? And I'm sure he was looking for an opportunity now. The way I was saying earlier, meanwhile, our race leader has pulled away over 1.6 seconds. At this point, I don't think unless runs wide, and GT's going to be through, and he will make the overtake done. At one point, 2 Poora's racing drivers will look and set almost for a 1-2. Ryan Cooper is going to run absolutely wide, and now he's going to be slowing down even more. And the man who was once looking to okay to win this race is now down in P7 and is struggling to keep the car out on track. So definitely his grip is a lot lower than many drivers out there. And he is definitely not having it easy at all right now, because you know that he is struggling at the moment. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, Plenty and C. Jones are going to be fighting each other. C. Jones takes second place. He's looking to take 2 podiums in 2 races. The opportunity will be theirs here tonight, and you know they will be taking it with both hands, as the final lap has now started for both the drivers, and it is going to be on the way. By the looks of it, Plenty, remember, took P2 in race 1 in Canada. They took P10 in race 2, but race 1 was P2. Well, can they make it 2 second places in a row, or will it be Plenty who's still going to be pushing up for a P2 and for a podium finish here? Because our race leader is just in front of them, and now an opportunity for Plenty looks unlikely, which he could take. His best finish is the second place as well, which he took in race 1 at Trail Mountain, and in race 2 in Canada. He runs a little bit wide there. I wonder if he makes contact with the wall or not, but still absolutely wide. Those behind are going to be coming up as well, but you know that now this is all looking good for C. Jones after back in Canada, was looking to finish in P1s. Meanwhile, forgetting about everything there, the man who won both races in Trail Mountain is going to win race 1 here at Dragon Trail. RLD wins for race 1 here in round 3. C. Jones finishes in P2 and Plenty in P3. Consistency keeping it there. P4 for GT Lisandro, P5, Page in P6. And that's going to be Numpty, Ned, Deathspade starting last, finishes P7. Ryan Cooper starting on pole position, drops down to P8. One Parawood down in P9, with Smoke in P10. Both chemistry team cars inside the top 10. Wolf Club in P11. Craze in P12. And that's going to be Nitu at the end of it.